Purchase with purpose. You know when you have a shower at the beach and you can tell someone's had a shower there before with soap? The drain's always a bit blocked with sand at those beach showers. So you end up standing in an inch of really gross water, and there's soap and probably bits of dead skin and people's body hair rubbing up against your ankles. Grosses me out. And there's clear signs there. You can see them. Unambiguous signs. No soap here. It's got the little picture of the fish with the X in its eye. Having a shower here with soap will kill marine life. This happened to me at Clark's Beach a little while ago. And a lady was there at the time having a soapy shower. I went up after my surf to wash off the salt, wash off my surfboard, and there she was, lathering up. It's always a bit awkward showering in close proximity to a stranger. You know, they're there lathering away. You're trying not to be a perv, you know, you're so close to them. Trying to be an upstanding member of the community. So there I was, standing really close to this person, lathering up, having a shower, doing my best to give them little passive-aggressive looks. Doing the wrong thing here. And then at Clark's Beach there's a toilet block right next door, and a child came out of the toilet and joined what was obviously his mum to have a shower. It didn't look like they'd been to the beach. There was no sandy togs or sand everywhere, or the bucket and spade, or the pippy shells and the rocks, you know, that end up coming home with you because they're so valuable and they just clog up the vacuum cleaner. Break it, buy a new one. So I started to think, what's going on here? And I was packing up my car in the car park, and I caught a glimpse of them over in their old Ford Falcon. And their car was chock-a-block full of stuff. There was stuff everywhere. You could see clothes, pillows, doonas. And then I got that sinking feeling in my stomach, a guilty feeling. You know the one you get maybe if you've made some rude or disparaging remarks in an email and you click reply all? meant to want you to reply? Don't get that feeling in your tummy, or you see someone you haven't seen for ages and you say, oh, how's your mum doing? And they say, oh, she died. You know that terrible, horrible feeling? I had that at that point in time. Because I realised that they were probably living in their car. And this is probably the only place that they could use a toilet or have a shower. And here was me, someone who had a place to live, someone with money in the bank, someone with 6 surfboards, and I'm giving them the evil eye because their soap suds dared to touch my blessed feet. Homelessness, nationally and locally, is an absolute disgrace. In a place where so many have so much, there's thousands of people vulnerable and exposed to the elements every night, and exposed to other people. Me personally, if my wife's hogging the blanket, I'm freezing. Or if I leave the window open in summer for a bit of cool air, I feel a little bit unsafe, you know, to leave the window open. Or if one of my kids comes in during the night and wakes me up, I'm wrecked the next day. And I just can't comprehend how it must feel to sleep outside night after night. How do you function? I work for Vinnie's, and homelessness, helping with homelessness, is our thing. It's not glamorous, it doesn't win votes, and it costs loads of money for sometimes small and intangible outcomes. It's complicated. There's no blanket solution. There's no continue as an organisation to help with homelessness as best as we can because it's the right thing to do. We give people kindness, a friendly face and a sympathetic ear. Our volunteers, our valuable volunteers, can give out food, blankets, clothing to meet people's immediate needs. And we've got outreach workers who can help them transition back into housing. It takes time, lots of time, and it takes money. The money doesn't come from the government. As I said, it's not glamorous, it doesn't win votes. And the money doesn't come from the church. The money that we can use to assist people comes from Vinnie's shops. What we can give to people who need assistance is what comes into the cash register. If that money runs out, then that's it. And I've seen numerous occasions where there's people lined up needing assistance, and that's it, sorry, come back next week. It's terrible. And every week, more and more people are coming to Vinnie's for assistance because more and more people are sinking below the poverty line. I know it's a bit of a cliche about the rich getting richer, the poor getting poorer, but it's so true, and it's increasing exponentially. When you shop at Vinnie's, now, you're probably not going to pick up a spell dress or some Manolo Blahnik pumps for $2. They'll still be a good price, but not a ridiculous price. Because as an organisation, we can do a whole lot more with $20 rather than $2. And yes, you can get a crappy t-shirt or a blouse from Big W, brand new, for the same price, yes? But your $5 spent at Big W is going to Woolworths shareholders. You know, wow, as it is on the ASX. Wow, you're helping the shareholders. And that's also just another item of clothing that's been made in a sweatshop that'll probably be in landfill in another few months. The $5 you spend at Vinnie's is going to help disadvantaged and vulnerable people in the local area. I think of it like those, the Boys Town raffles, you know, where you can win an apartment or actually an apartment complex on the Gold Coast, 3 apartments, or one in Sydney, one in Melbourne, one on the Gold Coast. Who gets that many? And you get all these gold bars as well. I think of it a bit like that. So you get the chance to win something or get something, but you're also contributing to their cause. You're making a donation. It's the same at Vinnie's. You go in there and shop, you get your clothes, or you get your vase, or your knitting needles, but you're also donating that money to help people out there who are doing it tough. And it could be the little boy who gets a breakfast at school that he otherwise wouldn't have had. It could be the little girl who can do equine therapy to help with her childhood trauma. It could be the lady fleeing domestic violence who's starting all over again to get some household basics and a shoulder to cry on. Or it might be the mum and the daughter living out of their car at Clark's Beach and being moved into transitional housing where they get a private bathroom and a shower so that privileged fools like me don't have to wipe soap off their feet. When you buy something, next time, think about what I said at the beginning. Purchase